going to check my laptop. Hello, good morning. I think I'll say this a few times. Good morning to you. Hope you're okay. I know there's the ads on, so I'm just going to wait until people can skip ads. Hello, I've got my new Hello t-shirt on today. It might be backwards on yours. Yeah, got my new summer is here. It's a beautiful day. So thank you for joining me if you're joining live on what is a glorious day today, or what is going to be a glorious day. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to turn the camera around. And I clicked to shut my phone then. Apologies. Right, that's fine. I've switched notifications off. I've put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So if I get any phone calls today, it shouldn't affect anything. Kath, I've seen you. I saw your message last night. Sorry, I was just going to bed when I saw it. So I was having an early night because that hour thing really threw me from the weekend. So I went to bed early last night. Today, yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? It's going to be really nice. I'm going on my first garden visit today. I'm going for a cuppa in my next door neighbour's garden this afternoon after work. So I'm really excited about that. So hi Maria, hi Kay, hi Kath, hi Angela, and hi Wendy. I was expecting low numbers. Oh, hi Alison. I was expecting lower numbers this morning because it's so gorgeous. But you could, if you're not crafting, you could be sat outside in the garden watching me, I suppose. So we're going to do, oh hi Fiona, if you could do a thumbs up on the video, that would, not in the chat, if you give the video a thumbs up, that would be amazing. We're going to do a really simple card today, and I've got another YouTube at 11 o'clock for the next round, but we should be finished off early today. So I'm just looking at my pack. Here I've got my pack for today. So this is round 9, week 4. Oh, hi Monica from Australia. We've got a bit of Aussie weather here today. We've got some sun. Well, not quite. We're not quite in your league, but it's nice for March. But it's going to get not nice again at the weekend, apparently over Easter. So we're going to do this really simple male themed card. And I copied this or cased this from a lovely lady called Emma Goddard, who is very talented. She has been on the artisan design team for Stampin Up for 2 years. She's not at the moment, but she was for 2. She served on it for 2 years, and she's very, very, very talented. And this is a really good card for using up your scraps, and we all have them, and you could do a girly version, and I'd love to see if anybody, oh hi Creative Keto, if anybody makes a girly one as well, if you could put a picture on our group, on our Facebook customer group, I would love that. So in your pack, it's very sparse in your pack today. You've got a basic grey card base and a piece of Whisper White that just sits there like that. Okay. Now, obviously you don't need to measure this, but I've got a feeling it measures 10 by 14.3. I'm just going to check. Yeah, 10. A ruler is the best thing you can keep in your craft room. Oh, hang on. I think I've cut this card down to make it easier. Yeah, I've cut it down to 14. This is 14. And I've done this to make, I made these in December, these cards, so obviously, and we got so delayed, I've forgotten what I did last year. So, but I do know the measurements for all the scraps that we need. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find just some bits of scraps. Now, if you've got this left over from that first week, we do need this for a card next week, but you will be able to chop a little slither off it. So I'm going to get out all some scraps. I actually think you'll probably have enough. I'll show you next week's. That's not big enough. I don't want to cut into any new ones, you see. What's the point? This next week we're doing this card, so I've given you a sneak peek. And yeah, that's not going to be deep enough, so I would save that if you've got that left. But you should have another piece anyway with the red on the back that you can cut out if you want to use this. So what we're going to do is we're going to use 6 pieces of patterned paper, and these are going to be 7 centimeters long. Okay, and then it's a really funny measurement, but they're going to be about 2.4 wide now, centimeters. Now when I say about, it's because they should all just fit in nicely if you did them between 2.3 and 2.4. So we're playing with small pieces today. So it's a little bit trickier. So the cutting, I want you to take your time with the cutting. Okay, so it's 7 by 2.3.5. I'm just going to look. A lot of these scraps that I've got aren't quite long enough, but I'll cut them down this way. So it's 7. Oh, hi, Janine. That was the one, Maria. I mentioned it, yeah. I'm not seeing your comment, but I presume I've answered it by showing you the card. So I like this grey pinstripe one. And you can use a tweedy one, we're not using that one again. So I've got 5 so far. Oh, I might actually have a bit of that one. Oh no, I'm going to use this side. So we're not wasting much paper here. If it goes wrong, it's not the end of the world, because we're just using small scraps. And then these are literally going to stick. Here, I'm hoping this works, because if not, we can always trim a bit off. There's always a way to solve it, but I'm just going through mine just to check that they fit. I might not do them in this order. Oh, that looks okay actually. There we go. So what I would do is I'd pop them on and just have a look at patterns and see, you know, you might not want 2 big patterns next to each other. So I consider that to be quite a busy pattern, and that one, and then I'd consider the others to be a bit more reserved. So you might want to start with a reserved one like the pinstripe, and then put a busy one next to it. That's quite busy, isn't it? And then go for more basic one like that, and then a busier one like that. A bit like that, yeah. And then we're just going to glue those down. But what we're best doing, I think, first is actually stamping the sentiment, because if the sentiment goes wrong and we've glued these down, we can't use the other side. So let's do the sentiment first. Again, I'm using this a happy birthday to you because it's just the most useful stamp in here. I'm going to use basic grey, but you can use your Night of Navy. So I'll push those off up there. I've got them in order. And then if we don't get this right, we can turn it over and do it again. Tap, tap, tap. And I'm doing it bottom right. And I'm only coming up, if you look there, less than a centimetre am I coming up. A bit more than half a centimetre. Maybe half an inch. Like that. So quite near the bottom. Because if you look, your papers, you see, yeah. We want to leave room. Fairly happy with that. And then we can just go ahead and start sticking the papers on. So there's just a little bit of cutting and sticking today. Well, I'll tell you something, it was nice to put a t-shirt on this morning, I have to say. I think my glue is a bit bunged up. Oh, there we go. So this is going to sit right up to the corner, on flush with the side, like that. Got to keep my eye on the time today because I've got my other one at 11, which is fine. This is because today's card isn't as long as last week's shirt folding. I loved seeing all the different shirts that you made last week. Now if you missed, if your cutting is out by 1 millimetre, make sure it's, you know, on the length, if you've just had a bad cutting day or whatever, make sure it's right at the top, and then if it's off a little bit here, you see our little border is going to cover it up, yeah? So it's going to cover any little miscuts. And just lay these next to each other. I'm just going to have a drink. Well, we're up to 15 this morning. I'm pleased with that because I've had a couple of messages from people telling me that they were going on a walk today and they'll catch up later, which is the beauty of doing this on here. You can catch up later in your own time. So next, I've got the next round sorted out, and I'm going to show you that at the end of this video. Starts at the end of April. Just hoping that this fits on here. I've got a little slither of white there, probably because I've not I've got a tiny slither of white showing, so I'm just gonna there we go. It was a tiny slither. Okay, so dead easy like that. I hope it's really effective, I think. I hope you agree. Now really be careful with this because it's a really thin piece of, it's 1/2 centimetre wide, and it's the full length of your card. So just put the tiniest little line of glue on it, and then pop it over there and get it as straight as you can. You could, I'm using these lines on, the grid paper's really good for that actually. I'm using the lines on here to line it up. You know, it's one of these cards, it doesn't need no bells and whistles on it. It's just a simple card for a simple guy. Hi Carol! And that's going to sit on there. Ta-da! We all need a quick card sometimes, and I think this is a good one for younger guys as well. You know, young adults, I'd say. Young adults. Got a couple of them in my life. Well, I've got more. Okay, and there we go. A nice, simple card. I've not made too much mess today, and what I've done, look, I've put my nice background under here so I can just pull off my sheet and then put the cards on. A good mail card it is, isn't it, Carol? So I want to talk to you before I finish. Oh, so next week's card is week 5 of this round, and this is what we're going to be doing. So I'm sure you've got scraps left for the ties, and it's a nice tie card again. Misty Moonlight. Oh, thanks, Alison. Your challenge is to make one this afternoon. So I want to share with you the next round of coffee and card. It is going to be the strawberries. So let me get my stuff out. So what you're going to get next time is, now pretend this is Poppy Parade, because my Poppy Parade ink pad is at home, and I told myself today, take that Poppy Parade ink pad, and I still forgot because I got pegging my washing out because it was so nice. So that's Poppy Parade. So you're going to get the stamp set, the punch, Poppy Parade, and Daffodil Delight. Now, you can change the colours up if you've already got those colours for a different ink pad. The details are on my booking page, which I'll put on here. Oops. I've just done something, so I can't put comments on. Oh, man. Right, let me type it now. Events.thepip. Hopefully that's come up. Events.thepaperhaven.co.uk. Okay. I've now... Pop out chat. Oh, that'll do. Oh, man. I've moved something on my chat and I can't... It's not where it was. Okay, so also... it's going to be a 6-week course this time because it is a little bit more money because you get a punch and a stamp set and 2 ink pads. But also, you're going to get some bonus papers. You're going to get 12 sheets. I have squirreled away. Hang on. You're going to get 12 sheets of 6x6 papers that were a celebration exclusive to use on the cards. I'm just trying to find my 12. I've got them here from so these were only available when you spent £90. I've squirreled some extras away, and you're going to get these as an extra freebie, which is great. It's always good to get. So they'll be extra. Yeah, it starts on 27th of April for 6 weeks. Now, the only thing is the punch is currently on back order, so I'm praying it comes in time, but if it doesn't, then I've got a backup plan. And I'll show you some of the cards that it would be doing. Okay, you also do need a green ink pad in your craft stash. I have suggested Old Olive or Pear Pizzazz. So we're going to be doing cards like this. Some nice cards. Now I need to talk to you about the stamp. And I'm going to do this one with you as well. Very fancy. But this is going to be the one of the ones we're going to do. Okay. Like a double little card there. That's going to be one. So there's 2 little sneak peeks to tempt you. Now, what I'm going to say is some people are put off, well, maybe not, by this. And, you know, they've done it because it's a strawberry stamp set and it's called Sweet Strawberry. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. Now, what you can do, is you can cut that off. And I don't want people to freak out by that. If someone wanted me to cut that off for them, I would happily do that for you. But you can easily trim that off so it's not on your stamp. So you've just got a lovely happy birthday. What we can also do, what I can teach you in the class if you don't want it to say that, we can put some washi tape or something over this, ink it up so only the happy birthday is inked, pull the tape off and then just stamp the happy birthday. So I just wanted to address that because not everybody wants the happy birthday you sweet thing on it, but then you might want it for other things. So if you could always stamp it on, if you've cut it off, you could stamp it in, you know, as well. So that it gives you more options anyway. So I hope that makes sense. So booking is open for that now. On my events page. And also just to let you know, if you do online orders, I am closing the monthly online order off today early because it's a 31-day month and I like to close it off by the 30th. Yeah, it's a good idea, isn't it, Carol, masking up the greeting part that you don't want to ink. So yeah, so that's all from me on the Easy Man's card today. Hope to see you sharing that on my group. And I think I'm going to go for a quick toilet visit actually before my next class at 11. So if you're joining me for that, there is a separate video for that. So I will see you, and we've just got 1 more week left when I've got both classes. And then we're back to just the one card then. So back to how things used to be. So thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one.